Next up, we have lot number 2 here. 4-3 is a rear notch Hampshire gilt. Again, the pedigree there is Lingo, one of a kind, then on back to the Hog College gilt. Another thing that can be said about that sow is Shoot to Thrill. That sow right there, would be the grandma of this one, is actually the grandmother of Hole in One, which is also housed there at Beeman's.
Yeah, this 4-3 is another very neat built one, very similar to the Littermate. Very good front and kind of a hog length of skull and cleanness of jawline. She's square chested. She's good in her proportions and her balance. She blends really well in her top line. And again, she's kind of standing still there a little bit on us there right now. But as she gets moving, you really watch the fact that she squares up very good behind. She's a little fuzzy this morning. She didn't want to eat as much this morning, so she appears a little greener probably than what she is on a normal day. She hasn't quite filled her belly up. We're actually doing this taping there in the morning, so she just hadn't really woke up and going yet. She's a thin-belted kind of a gilt, but there isn't any issue with the amount of hair on that belt. Just as you don't really clip bodies anymore anyway, it's normally just jaw lines and heads, and you won't have any issues. Just don't peel that hair, and you're going to be in good shape. It's a lot more belted than some of them we've seen.
I really don't get too worried about these ones that are just a little shallow in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just trying to get off to feed, and you got to go back to the basic proportions that are here. I mean, there's plenty of muscle, and gosh, Jim and I, we've raised enough of these Hampshires through the years that you kind of still know when they're good, they're good. When they're square on top, they still have the length of hip. They still have the front end out through the front. I guess to me, I'm not real scared about her middle side because I look at her two sisters. I know where that is at. This one's still got a lot of look, a lot of cleanness in that joint, a lot of immaturity to take her on out there into that heavier weight and to that heavier size. The one we're talking about is 4-3, lot number 2.